Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Dragon Warrior Randomizer Swiss race here on RPG Limit Break. It is good to be back on this network for another exciting round of the Dragon Warrior Randomizer tournament. Tonight's matchup is Smashy versus Stags28, both of them picking up a win in their first week of the Swiss rounds. So they're trying to go to 2-0 to bolster their chances of making it to the bracket stages. Hi, everyone. I'm LOZ Cardsign23. I'm hoping to have Edge Talvaron to be with me in a little bit, but IRL stuff kind of getting in the way, but I will go ahead and bring the exciting coverage of tonight's race. And looking at their statistics, both players are opting for the same build. Important thing is, what are we going to be starting with when we enter Tentacle Castle? As you can see on both runners' sides, neither player will have any spells to start things off. So hopefully these early levels will generate something that can help them out, especially if we see some nasty enemy sets at the start. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are underway here. Smashy versus Stags28 here in the second week of the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Swiss round races. Let's take a look at the chests here. We have Fairy Water, and we've got Wings. And of course, the last one will always have a magic key, because without a magic key, there'd be no way to escape the King's Chambers. That Fairy Water could come in handy for an early battle because it does do 9 to 16 HP of damage. We won't use that on a Red Slime. In fact, we're so powerful, Red Slimes are going to run away from us. Not this one for Smashy. He's able to one-shot it with the starting strength of 18. Yeah, he'll be able to do that rather easily. And we have a cave and a Metal Slime potential maybe for Stags. And does get one hit. This is on the second attack. They still do quite a bit of damage. There's the second hit for Stags. And there's the third. Stags with an early Metal Slime. Now, it sounds pretty good and all, but it's not as much experience points with the new format. Power 6, 12 speed, 7 HP, 5 magic. We just gained almost 3 levels on that Metal Slime alone. Now, normally, in the old format, Metal Slimes would always be worth 255 points. But in this, it's a little bit different. 32 points times the current level that you're on. Since Stags was on level 1, it is worth 32 points. And it does cap off at 255. So when we reach level 8, the Metal Slimes will cap off at 255 experience points. Ooh, we have the Silver Harp in the treasury here for Smashy and a Cursed Belt, which means we do know that at least... Ooh, a second Cursed Belt! Or wait just a second, check that. It is a bamboo pole, so it's actually something else, maybe herbs. And another bamboo pole. Oh, Fairy Water. Grinding on Fairy Water, that's not a bad idea. And 9 to 16 HP of damage. Yeah, the little chest glitch that you normally do a gold grind on, but instead we're grinding for Fairy Waters instead of gold. Now, with that Cursed Belt, that means at least one of the 3 searchable tiles is in play. Those 3 tiles, of course, are the one in Coal, the one in Hawk's Nest, and then the Coordinates. So at least one of those 3 are in play. Maybe all 3 are in play, but we won't know until we see any of those spots. Ooh, the Wizards have Stop Spell. There's a Red Slime. No problem at all there for Smashy. Still on level 1. Stag's trying to explore this cave here. I do believe they're in the grave. Ooh, Wolves have Sleep. That is not good for Smashy. Ooh, the Wombo Combo... the Wombo Combo Junior is what the Wolves have. Raid Knives have Stop Spell. And that's going to send Stags back to start. Scorpion takedown there for Smashy, and that is going to be a couple of level ups for him. The same level ups that Stags ended up getting. And by the way, we got quite a bit of level ups there. Spells, excuse me. We got the heal, stop, repel, and the heal more. There's already some good spells in the books for both of these players as they're at level 3 each. All right, checking the basement, and well, it's definitely not the tablet cave because there's enemies here. Stags will take down that red slime, and that is going to be good enough for level 4 for Stags. 16 power, 5 speed, 1 HP, and 1 MP. A big attack boost for Stags on that level up. Mountain Cave is where Stags is now, and we got a skeleton.
Seems like it's going pretty crazy so far to start, huh? Hello, Z?
Absolutely, and we do have High Spirits pinch hitting right now for Edge Talvaron. It's good to have you here. And yes, we're about 5 minutes in. Already we have found the Silver Harp, so we're going to want to cash in that Silver Harp at the Staff of Rain Cave, but it is still early on. We haven't really done much exploration in the overworld. Much of the exploration has been done. Ooh, there's a magic key there for Stags. That is a definitely good pickup there. Smashy going for the fairy water on the Wraith Knight and takes him down for 72 XP. Bang! That is level 5 for Smashy. He's going to see that huge power boost, but no new spells.
Yeah, it looks like they got some great strength to start. They got keys, they got healing, and they got 2 treasure caves. They got a fancy
I hate to interrupt you there, but High Spirits, Stags just found Erdrick's sword in the mountain cave. A huge boost in his attack power right there.
Yeah, that's this is pretty nice so far with all of the strength that they're starting out with.
And Wolf Lords. Ooh, an excellent move there for Stags to take down the Wolf Lord that do have Baby Breath. That's 52 experience points, and that is going to be level 5 also for Stags. So in terms of the experience, they're about even.
Yeah, this without Hurtmore, even without Hurtmore, this could still be a really fast seed it's setting up for. With, like I said, we got all the chests already. We got 10 chests already available to us. Plus the treasury, and we're already swinging at 80 attack power.
We'll take a look at this, High Spirits. Edge gets another metal slime kill, and this time good for 160 points, and that is going to be another level up for 8 power, 8 speed, 11 HP, 14 MP. A pretty hefty level up there for level 6, and not far away from level 7. There it is immediately with that one Druid Lord kill. That's level 7, 2 power, 2 speed, 0 HP, 14 MP, and we learn Hurt.
Yeah, Hurt doesn't seem that impressive anymore, does it?
No, especially when we're already at 102 attack power at level 7. That is crazy, High Spirits.
I know. I bet there's got to be some caveat to the seed,
right?
Oh, like you just can't. They've given us all of this. What is waiting for us? The armor and Sharlock now?
Yeah, there's got to be a catch. You're absolutely right. The one thing I always like to say, High Spirits, is it's not how a seed starts, it's how a seed finishes.
Oh yeah, well, usually with the way this has been going, it's always it starts really slow and finishes really fast. But we got an opposite seed here. It looks like.
Smashy just got to level 6. A Harp Knight. I think he found a torch or something else. That's
yeah, plenty of torches there.
Getting ambushed by a wizard, and stop spell is in effect, but there's 30 damage. Looking for 49 to 65. Ooh, but that roll, not enough. 53, too little. Take down the wizard. Stags goes back to start. Trying to take down this Wraith Knight using the heal spell. Ah, that was what Smashy was looking for, was the hurt spell that would do no damage. I'd already used the stop spell, and another stop spell. You'll love to see that on Smashy's side. And down goes the Wraith Knight for a big 72 points. 99 points away from level 7.
Let's see if Smashy can have some of that metal slime luck here.
Oh, it'll be 32 times 6. It'll be 192. There's one hit.
Trying to manipulate the end there a little bit.
He got him. That was 3 hits there. I missed the first hit, and that is 192. We're even again in the experience point game right there. You're talking 12 points difference.
I know. It's just like Tracker's, got to keep up with all of these levels here. It's going fast and furious.
Oh, and could it be back-to-back for Smashy? Not this time.
And when you think about it, we really know nothing about this map because no one has gone more than 10 squares away from the castle yet.
For those of you just joining us, the sword, Erdrick's sword, was in Mountain Cave. Stags has picked it up.
Not sure if Smashy picked it up or not. I haven't been able to watch everything so far. Oh wait, well...
Just did now. All you had to do is talk about it, high spirits, and the situation presents itself, and Smashy now has Erdrick's sword. One Lord versus a Wolf Lord, a couple of Lords that these guys have to take down. And simultaneous kills, 52 for Smashy, 58 for Stags.
Yeah, already coming up here on level 8. Yeah, without hurt more, that's not something you see very often. Is level 8, 10 minutes into a seed without hurt more.
Yep, and that is going to be level 8 for Stags at 2 power, 3 speed, 3 HP, 22 MP, and we've learned a new spell, Sleep.
I feel like this is going to be a level 16 Hurtmore seed.
You very well maybe. And there is Hawksness that Stags has discovered. Going to try to get to the spike tile and gets there encounter free. My word. And we have got a Stone Man, and we do have the sleep spell. So an opportunity here for Stags to maybe take it down. But,
yeah.
102 to 135. Well, they have heard that is not the worst thing in the world.
No, this should be pretty easy unless that second ability comes out to be something really horrible.
And he used the stop spell and is successful. Again, we need 102 to 135 HP, and there's the wake up. Ooh, and there's the punch.
Yeah, punch more against no armor is very, very effective.
Yeah, I think Stags will have to come back later when he's a little bit more equipped on the defensive side. He certainly has the attack power to take it down, but you need to be lucky on that roll of that sleep. Otherwise, you're just going to get pounded into oblivion.
I think as long as he's at full health, it's not an issue. You just have to stay at full health is all.
Meanwhile, Smashy continues to do some grinding here. Takes down that skeleton. Here's a Druin Lord now. Smashy now in the lead in the experience department, but Stags with that same rogue scorpion, able to take it down no problem.
Smashy, I don't know if he's just looking specifically for metal slimes or not, but he's grinding right now inside the cave, so he likes what he sees.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, when you see a good favorable enemy set here, like these Druin Lords and these metal slimes, you're going to want to grind here early on, so it's not a bad play for Smashy.
Oh no, only a few more kills and you got another level. About 4 more kills on average.
Oh, and we find the Motel 6, it's Breckenary. And we're going to check the shop here. 373 golds. Let's see what we've got. Flame Sword. Silver Shield is there too. Of course, Flame Sword we don't need because we have Erdrick's Sword. But that Silver Shield, too bad there's no gold grind to really do the Silver Shield buildup. So
yeah, it doesn't look like Silver Shield's going to happen.
But we do find the freebie cave on Stag's side, and let's take a look at what's inside the chest. We've got a dragon scale, so that's going to boost the defense by 2 points. And he's going to drop the wings to get the dragon scale. Now, you can put on the dragon scale, which gives you those 2 extra defensive points. Even if you sell that dragon scale, to clear your inventory to get something else, you can still enjoy the bonus 2 defensive points that the scale gives you. But, uh-oh, we've got an AK-47 sighting.
You know, yeah, not with 50 health. He almost got enough to actually kill that armor knight already. Just the health of the defense is a little bit too low.
Yeah, that's just not going to work out there for Stags. I mean, with the defense being as low as it is, even with the attack power, you need a little bit more before you could really have a shot against an AK-47.
And it looks like Smashy was very, very efficient with that grind because he left the mountain cave with 1 health and 0 magic.
Yeah, that's about as good as it gets. I mean, that is perfect in terms of resource management. And look at this. That's level 9 for Smashy. Let's take a look at the numbers. 4 power, 3 speed, 29 HP, 1 MP, and we have learned Return.
Well, there's the hit points that you need. Now you can pretty much do what you need now for a while. Go explore. You got everything you need.
And there is the final attack, but that might as well be a death warp there for Smashy. He does have level 9. There's a Spectre on Stag's side. You need to get to 975 to get to level 9. There's a Wizard. Love to see Stop Spell because that is no damage. And a 2-shotting the Wizard to get the 120 points. And that will be level 9 also. So I'd say right now it's pretty even at this point. Good race so far.
Yep, Stags has a slight exploration lead, but that's just pretty much Smashy has to go in one direction and he finds everything.
Well, he's found a town in the desert here, and it's Rimuldar or Rimuldar, depending on who you talk to.
And Smashy goes the other way and finds 2 other things. So hey, we're about equal here on exploration.
Let's check this chest here, and it's another cursed belt. So we now know at least 2 of the searchable tiles are in play in this seed.
Yep, and there's one that's very accessible right now. That stone man should be no issue right now.
What is an issue for Stags is trying to run away from this AK-47 with a 52 agility, and that's just not going to work for him. And there is the trade-in cave for Smashy, so he's now got the Staff of Rain.
Yeah, he's 1/3 of the way there of having all of the fancy items that you need to make a beautiful shiny necklace.
Yes, that shiny necklace known as the Rainbow Drop, the most delicious candy in the world, and that jerk does not like to part with it. In order to get that delicious Rainbow Drop to build the access to Charlock, you have to have the Staff of Rain, you must get the Stones of Sunlight, and Erdrick's Token. You have not found the Jerk Cave yet, but you need those 3 things in order to get the Rainbow Drop.
Yeah, you know, I you know, everyone calls him a jerk, but you know, I just think people like hate us old people. I mean, he's a nice guy. He doesn't like company is all.
I'll tell you who's not a nice guy, those Roark Scorpions. We just found out they have DL2 breath.
Ooh, and they're not even fun enemies to fight unless you have hurt more. Like, even if you have a lot of strength, it's like they're at that point where their experience isn't great, but they're just annoying because they have high defense.
We find another desert town. This time it's Cantlin. Now, we could be able to check the coordinates, and we do have full plate and half plate, as well as a small shield.
Wow, look at all this stuff. Stags just found like 2 caves, Charlock, and a town right next to each other. I'm guessing that, yeah, there's Tablet Cave, so we know where all the item caves are now.
Now, Smash is only 10 HP away from 1,000. He could buy the half plate at that amount. In fact, he's going to go ahead and buy a Dragon Scale, so he's going to get that bonus to defense.
And it's so nice that they named that Dragon Scale Don. I don't know where they got that from, but it's such a nice name.
I have no idea myself, but Smash is going to stock up on herbs here, and we will buy the maximum that he possibly can, which I believe is 6. And we have Stags heading back to Hawk's Nest. Looks like he's going to give the Stone Man another shot.
Yeah, and it looks like Smashy's looking for that large shield, which is not having any luck with right now.
He has enough money to buy said large shield, but no one has them in stock. There's still one more shop left that he can check through these doors. Let's take a look. Is there a large shield in this armory? Nope. Chainmail, though. He'll buy that. Stags takes down a Demon Knight en route to the Stone Man. He'll use the heal spell to get back to close to the maximum HP. Let's see what happens as he uses the sleep spell. He's hoping that's going to be longer than a one-turn sleep. Let's see what happens. He's going to use the stop spell too because of the hurt spell. It's a free turn if that happens. Starting with 40, but there's the wake-up call. This time only got hit for 25. Going to use it again. So we've got 40 on the board.
And we have some not difficult coordinates. 9 south, 37 west. That seems very, very countable.
I'd have to agree with you there. I think we're going to see Gwayland stay kidnapped. That's 67. And again, a one-turn sleep, and that's just not going to cut it for Stags. So this is a little bit of a grind here. There's another 27. That's 94. Still sleeping. 123, not enough.
Yeah, we got a high HP Stone Man here. I believe, what, like 130 or 132 is his maximum?
135. So the next attack ought to do it, but he just wants to make sure that the dodge doesn't happen. But there you go. That is going to be the end of the Stone Man. Do we have anything behind the tile? First, we've got level 10 for Stags. 4 power, 5 speed, 0 HP, 23 MP, and the Erdrick's Tease.
Hey, there's the second item we need, though, although... Oh, and a fairy flute on the world map. Ooh, there's... That armor is quickly, ending up in Charlock.
Hey, and look at this. Stags finds the Jerk Cave, but he does not have the stones. He does have Erdrick's token, but he still needs the Stones of Sunlight in order to cash it in.
So that means the only item we don't know about is what's in coal.
That is correct. So
and that
there's
has to be the stones.
By process of elimination, unless we've missed a cave. I mean,
oh yeah, there's Garanham too.
Yeah, don't forget Garanham.
So Garanham will have Swamp Cave, so either you gotta find one end or the other to get into Garanham.
Right you are there, High Spirits, and down goes the Droll Magi for Stags. Rogue Scorpion. Smashy wants no part of it, knowing that it's got DL2 breath. There's the freebie cave for Smashy. And he sees that Dragon Scale. Of course, both runners have a Dragon Scale equipped already. There's a Wraith Knight for Stags, not wanting to be sent back to start. He'll use a heal more.
Well, it was a pleasure talking with you, LOZ, but I'm going to throw in Edge here to yap with you for the rest.
Thank you very much, High Spirits. And Edge Talvern, welcome to the race here, my friend. Sorry that IRL, did you in for a little bit. We are now 22 minutes into the race. I will recap what has been going on in this seed. We have found Erdrick's sword in the mountain cave. The harp was in the treasury. We have the flute, the fairy flute, that is the coordinate spot, and the Hawksness tile had Erdrick's token. So that is where we stand at this point.
All right, so glad to be here. Had to kind of deal with some things here to get things working, but I'm glad to be here. So what you're telling me is we are seeing a super spicy race at the moment.
It is a very close race between both of these runners. They went their separate ways in the... is going to be Stags, who has currently made the better decisions, at least at this point. All he needs to do is find, obviously he'd love to find Erdrick's armor, and that could be anywhere, but he would love to find the stones that would put him in grind and go mode. Unfortunately, he just ran into an AK-47. He was able to escape and has found Garanham. 2,546 gold pieces and nothing to buy.
Yeah, and I see that no keys have been found yet, so I see that that's going to make a huge difference in a return visit here. But hey, he's going to get that rest here. He's going to get those HP and the MP back. I see already at level 10 we have 94 magic points, so not lacking there. It looks like the only place that we're lacking is a little bit of agility, but again, still early in the seed. Oh wait, I did see keys.
Hey, look at that. Stones of Sunlight in the Garenham Treasury. So he is now in grind and go mode. Of course, we still would like to find Erdrick's armor. And there is another cursed belt. That is 3 cursed belts, so we know guaranteed that Cole has something. Of course, it could be the armor, could be the death necklace. No, it's not going to be the death necklace, because there it is!
Wow, okay, so super spicy go on this. I mean, at this point, and we have Smashy with the armor, so I didn't see where he picked it up, but man, that's amazing.
Yeah, I did not see it. Was that in Cole, and I just flat out missed it? I mean, did we discover Cole on... It was in Cole. Okay, so by process of elimination, it had to be in Cole based on the fact that we'd already seen everything else. So, kind of an interesting development. You've got both players missing a little something. You've got Stags who went one direction, you got Smashy who went another, and he just took down the Stone Man like a hot knife through butter. He is going to get that Erdrick's token.
Amazing. So yeah, I mean, we're just in go mode. I'm sure they know already where the jerk is. Did I miss that earlier?
Yeah, I do believe both players know where the jerk cave is. I know Stags definitely does, but let's take a look here on Smashy, who takes care of the Wolf Lord. Magic Wyvern goes down for Stag. So right now, both of these players missing a key component to help them finish this race off.
Oh yeah, and the drop is going to be key. And looking at this attack power, already 112 attack power at level 10. We're going to see a very high attack seed, and I'm hoping that we pick up some agility so that things are going to be great. 7687, not a terrible level there at 11 for Stags.
That's a pretty nice level there. Bad news for Smashy. He ran into a blue dragon, and it sent him back to start.
Oh yeah, and that's crazy. I mean, we're not even 30 minutes in, and we're already in grind and go mode. Stags, though, definitely needs to find him a shield. We're sitting here nice. I mean, he's got Cole pretty close to Hawksness, so once he finds that, he'll get the armor, get that defense for that, and he's definitely going to need a shield to pick up all this and keep moving forward.
Stag's able to one-shot the Metal Scorpion for another 31 experience points. But Smashy's still 470 experience points behind Stags. But does manage to cut that gap by getting a wizard.
Yeah, and that's going to be the key thing, is just finding a good grind spot, because already we've seen the Hawksness. The Hawksness tile is a Stone Man, so not really a viable grind. I mean, with this attack power, it's not terrible, but you're still going to take some damage and have to use Heal Mores. And we don't have Hurt More yet, so there's not really any place that they can do a super easy grind, but I mean, that could just be right around the corner.
For all we know, there might be a good grind in the Swamp Cave that is guarding Princess Gwalen. Hard to say at this point.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like either of our runners are going to try for the flute. Well, I see one that could be in the cave over there, but we do have Smashy over in Tablet Cave, so he's going to go take a look and see what's there.
Actually, I don't even think we have that lit for Smashy. He did find the flute. That was the coordinates.
Yeah, looking at that, that's super walkable, and it looks like on this seed shouldn't be too hard to do. 37 west, considering west is the only direction I think I saw from the castle you can go, and then just 9 south. So it didn't look too terrible.
Yeah, not at all. Another Armor Knight for Stags. Just going to go ahead and try to attack it. They really hit hard. I mean, 40 damage. But then again, the big reason, I mean, look at Stags. He's only got 33 defense, whereas Smashy has 58 thanks to that Erdrick's armor. Let's talk about Erdrick's armor here. So Erdrick's armor reduces the damage that you take on the Hurt and Hurt More spells. You're completely immune to the Swamp and the Electrified tiles, like the ones that you see in both Charlock and Cantlin. You are resistant to Stop Spell, and in addition, every time you take a step, you do a heal walk of 1 HP per step.
Yeah, indeed. And then the most key piece to the entire thing is that DL2 breathtaking half damage for, about half damage from it. So, big level 12, 2, 16, and 1. Jeez, that is a sweet level right there.
And look at the attack power already at 131 to level 12. Our HP is decent. Our MP, could be better. We can do now 12 heal more. So we're getting close.
Oh, yeah. And, with that 131, I don't know if we run into any metal slimes, but, I know racers from yesterday were definitely one-shotting metal slimes, so that was crazy. And again, as Betastrap put it, this is just about winnable at 12. Talk about a jet seed.
You're talking potentially the fastest seed of the tournament, but again, you're looking at Stag's side of the board. His defense is lacking thanks to no armor, and there is level 12 now, level 11 for Smashy.
Yeah, so Smashy's going to quickly catch up, but with that Airdrix armor, he is just super up in the driver's seat as well until, Stags is able to find that armor. But they're both going to need a shield here.
We've not seen any large shields. We've seen plenty of silver shields, but no viable gold grind.
Yeah, and Smashy taking the shot home with the return spell. I think he's going to go back, heal up with that new level, and, try for some... I'm not sure what he's doing here.
Both the runners are going to use the repel spell, so it looks like they're dead set focused on exploration here. And...
yeah, and with Stags without that armor, he definitely needs to find Cole here very soon. He's got enough for a large shield if he can find a place that has it. I would assume Cantland would be a great place. He does find Staff Cave, so he's going to get that last piece, and then it's just off to the races.
Yep, and Stags did know about the trade-in cave, so he was already set to go. Right now, Smashy needs to find Gurnham to get the stones. He has not found it just yet. Stags needs to find Cole in order to get the armor.
Yeah, so again, this is super reminiscent of other racers yesterday. Just bits and pieces missing from each one and just needing to find that one thing. I think with Stags sitting where he's at, if he can get a shield, he can get the armor, and then just grind out another level, this could be easily viable, almost go mode. But again, coming from chat, no shop has large shields. That is insane.
Yep, that is insane. That is crazy because there's no shield here for Stags to buy. The best you can do is the small shield, or if you really can find a spot. Now, you know what we haven't seen? We haven't seen any gold men because they give 255 golds each, and they don't have many HP.
Right. Did we not have a viable grind spot for any of this?
Unfortunately, no, we have not, Edge.
Wow. So at this point, it's, go for it or just hope for the best. Because, that shield does bring a good bit of defense. But here we go. Smashy finding Gurnham and grabbing up those stones of sunlight as well as the death necklace. So at this point now, it's also Smashy in the driver's seat, I think, with the little bit of an edge due to Airdrix armor. So this is going to be a very tight race going down to the end.
In spite of the fact that he is a level behind Stags, you almost have to believe, he's got the lead.
Yeah, I honestly want to give it to him with that Airdrix. He does have the flute if he does run into any golems. So advantage Smashy at this moment. But again, Sharlock is the great equalizer for a reason. Smashy still got the Jerk Cave to find. Stag still needs to get to the Jerk Cave. Still needs to get to Cole. We still have a little bit of things going, so it's just going to be getting to these places.
No, I believe Smashy has already found the Jerk Cave, but at the time that he found it, he did not have the stones. There's Cantland he's back to Cantland.
Yeah, so a quick check of the shops again, just in case they didn't remember. Gonna find, unfortunately, nothing that they're looking for except a small shield, and at this point, I'm probably grabbing that small shield. Betastrap brings a good point. It's not nothing, but it's close enough.
Well, the thing is, though, Stags doesn't know that there are no large shields in this seed. He does buy the half plate, though.
Not a terrible buy. Get a little bit of defense and keep some of that damage off of him. That makes the the AK-47 at least a little more grindable with less healing, but not by much.
So we do know what's in the trap tile in the swamp cave. It happens to be armored knights. This is what Smashy is grinding on to catch up. He's rapidly catching up in the experience department. He's less than 700 points behind Stags.
Yeah, Stags taking a death warp after getting the coordinates. He's going to see that this is walkable, and I think he's going to go and get this flute. I think he's hoping that this is going to be what he's looking for
right.
Armor.
Absolutely. He would hope that the armor is there. Unfortunately, he's going to see the not so great news, but great news for Smashy. That is going to be a level up. So now he's up to level 12. He sees the big boon. You take a look at those numbers. The only thing that's really lacking, in my opinion, is defense. Even where we're at right now, we're only at 62, and that DL2 is going to punch real hard at 62. You're at 48 at 86, and that's 24, so 6. So he's in for what, 54 maximum, if my math is correct? Now, High Spirit's confirming 54 is the maximum that DL2 will punch for. And when you're at 103 HP, that's not enough. You're going to need more HP or more DP, one or the other. Simultaneous kills for both Smashy and Stags. Stags finds Breckenridge, that's not it. And he's looking for Cole. Did find the float. Yep.
Talking works when the button is pressed when the window's actually up.
Right.
But yeah, right now, like I said, Stags he needs to find Cole because again, now we are less than exactly 300 points behind. He is super catching up super fast. It's both of them are just in that go mode right now, and still needing a few pieces here and there, but they know where it's at. They just need to get to those locations.
Next level up will be at 4,125 points. We are virtually even now in the experience department.
And this is this is literally an insane race. This right here is going to be
finally finds Cole, the Stag. So with that, we're pretty much now even at this point. I don't know if both of these players know where Sharlock is, but at this point, I'd have to say we're neck and neck. This is anybody's game.
Yeah, right now the advantage is to Smashy since he is sitting there grinding those armored knights. Stags has got to get back to the cave to start doing that as well. But he's got that free walk now, getting to where he needs to go. No large shield, so it's going to be grind these these armored knights, get what you can, and hopefully get into Sharlock first. But again, Sharlock is the great equalizer for a reason. We still don't know what's down there. Stag's catching his rainbow drops, so there we go with that. I think he's looking at things like maybe I can grind there, or if if I'm him, back to that armored knight. That's just the way to go.
We're taking a look at that number. That number was quite underwhelming there for Smashy because only one MP. That means we didn't get enough to get another heal more. So we're still stuck at 12.
Yeah, it's a great level strength-wise, though. It was 2 more points that puts us right at 133, so we're doing some significant damage to the DL2. 109 HP, not quite Death Necklace strats. Do we go to the next level? I say yes, just for the simple facts that we're hurting on the agility department, hurting in the defense department, even with a small shield. I'm definitely looking at maybe 14.
Now check this out. Stag's going for a different grind. Looks like he's going to grind on the Stonemen in Hawksness. It's not a bad play because, as Brian Williams pointed out in chat, it's definitely an MP-efficient grind. Now, yes, they take a little bit more experience points to knock down, and they don't give as much as the Armored Knights, but 155, is definitely not insignificant. And, if they're going to continue to use Hurt, which again with Erdrick's armor does as little as 2 HP of damage, I mean, you're definitely going to use the resources much quicker, unless you get a bad run where he just continues to use Punch more.
Yeah, and the Stonemen do have heal more, so Stags had to use that stop spell just to keep him from healing up. It's unfortunate there, but at least he knows now if that comes to a point.
Oh, misses on the stop spell, though.
That's painful to see, so he'll have to cast another one. Beta saying 14 swings with 12 heal more. It is winnable at 67 agility, but with lower HP, he doesn't like the odds. And I don't blame you. I mean, that's a real rough go. And there we go with the stats: 25% heal more, 50% hurt, 6 of 16 on stop spell. Yeesh. I mean, that isn't bad, but that heal more is a pain in the rear.
Yeah, no question about it there. Smashy also trades in his goodies to get his rainbow drop. So again, right now we're in grind and go mode, and for Smashy it's decision time. He is weighing the odds. If I was Smashy, I would go back to the swamp cave and continue to grind, because I think you're almost there. Maybe level 14 is it, but I think we're just a little too weak.
Yeah, Stags is catching up significantly here. I think we're actually retied again on that experience grind. So, I mean, it's getting to the point of, this is going to be anybody's race, and it may be who gets into Sharlock first with at least level 14.
And the other thing to consider is, again, no shields. Now, Smashy's back in Rimeldar, and you wonder if he's going to make the purchase of a small shield if he remembers where it is. Nope, not in this shop, Smashy, because I remember that was Stags who checked there earlier. So, Smashy not remembering which shop had the small shields. Now, Stags is in Garanham. I don't remember if there was a small shield here. I want to say no.
I don't remember, but it is in Cantlin in that very first shop is where that small shield is. Now, I do remember Rimeldar has that silver shield, but again, neither of them are even close. I mean, we're still 10 grand off on Smashy's side, whereas, unfortunately, Stags is just not even close.
No. Money's just not good enough. There's Cole, and Smashy's like, nope, this isn't the shop I want. He knows what he's looking for.
All right, so we do have confirmation. Rim, Breck, and Cantlin all have the silver shield, and the only place carrying small shields is that first shop in Cantlin.
Most certainly here. And meanwhile, Smashy looks like he's going to switch it up now. He's going to do the Stone Man grind.
Good call on Smashy's part. Again, it's MP efficient, and with where they're sitting at defense-wise, it's not going to hit them near as hard.
Unfortunately, he just found out they've got heal more.
And there is the unfortunate news, but here we go. Stags is
and he's
going into Swamp North. He's not. Oh no, he is going. He's going to go for the Axe Knight grind.
So Stags switching it up to the Armor Knight grind, and yeah, Smashy. Once he saw that heal more, he's like, "That's it. I'm going back to Armor Knights."
Yeah, and Stags making that decision as well. A good call on Stags' part. He's getting there a little earlier, so he's going to get some of that experience a little faster. He might just catch up, and I think we're going to be neck and neck for a hot minute here.
I'm telling you, the lead keeps changing hands here, Edge.
It's insane, and this makes for the perfect race where you just kind of have that nice back and forth between the two racers. And here's the great part about this is neither of them even has a clue where the other one sits, and it's just great when you go back and watch these VODs. To do some studying and whatnot, and you're like, oh my goodness, I was this close.
Oh, no question about it here. And look at the Stags now back in the lead in the experience department by 66 points as he continues to grind on the AK-47s. Now, Smashy is en route to Sharlock. You don't suppose he's going to take a gamble, or maybe he might do the grind here. He's going to Sharlock. Whether or not he's making the play now is yet to be seen, because we're still about 900 points away from level 14 on his side.
Yeah, this ought to be interesting to see. I mean, I'm surprised at this play, but at the same point, Beta Strep brought up a good point. It's doable, but it literally has to be like the luckiest dive and the absolute luckiest DL luck.
Because you're averaging 12, and you're not likely to get doubles at any point. So Again, with 12 heal mores, that's 144. Dragon Lord 2 has anywhere between 150 and 165. Now, I don't know if any of these runners saved up on Fairy Water. They could take a chance and use that, but man, it is right on the razor's edge there, Edge.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at it, I don't believe either of them have made a stop in Breck or in Cantland for Fairy Water. If they have a little bit left from what they have, then it's just not going to be there. And of course, with the 67 agility, the run luck right now is super sketchy.
There's an Axe Knight. We haven't seen too many of those, and Smashy not even going to go for it. But there's the Blue Dragon, and this has been a problem. They have Stop Spell. This has been a problem, though. It was earlier for Smashy, not on that one.
Yeah, so looking at things right now, Stags here is getting ready to cross that border for level 14. He's going to pick it up right here. And, you know, Smashy is he's going to go for it here. And it's going to pay off if he can continue this lucky dive he's got going on right now.
And again, he's not stopping to grind on enemies on the way to Charlock. He just wants to get to the Dragon Lord, and that's it. But this could be a problem with this Armored Knight.
So have we seen any red dragons yet? That's my first question.
We have not seen the fun place, and I'm going to take my shot right now, Edge. And that's a heal more that's going to have to be burned by Smash. And AK-40s, right now, this is favoring Stags. By the way, he just got level 14. We were talking about that. It garnered no attack power, so it's still 8 to 16. We have now one more heal more. It's 13. So you do the math at 13 times 12, that's 156. Better odds, but still kind of on the borderline.
Yeah, I'm thinking Stags has got the right play here. Take one more level and just go for it. Because, I mean, you know, we see over here Smashy has already had to burn not one, not two, but 3 of those heal mores on that one Axe Knight. And it's unfortunate. But Stags over here is just getting after this Axe Knight. He did pick up Hurt More as well with that level. So if he really wanted to make this a lot easier, one Hurt More, and he accidentally does an edge move and casts Hurt More on the darkness.
Yeah, absolutely here. So, yeah, right now Smashy's in trouble. I mean, I don't know if he's just going to continue to grind when he gets to the end. Well, he finds another AK-47. He is ambushed, and he's just going to go ahead and try to take it down rather than try and escape. Cut his losses. But at this point, this is probably going to require a second dive for Smashy at this point.
Yeah, I think so. And I think really what Smashy's doing is trying to get the information before he goes down there. I think he's trying to get down there, see exactly what's on the spike tile, and hope for the best on this.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, because right now Stags is continuing to grind. He's looking to go for 5th. Oh, he wanted to use Heal More, and he goofed. He used Hurt More instead.
A painful shot. He's going to have to come out, take a quick rest, and then head back for it. Which is, you know, it's not a big deal, but it is that valuable time grinding that he is going to lose a little bit of. Whereas Smashy now is heading down closer and closer to that bottom level. And again, Beta brings up a good point. Fighter's Ring, if it's down there, that's 2 more attack power. That's 135.
Yeah, instead of 8 to 16, you're doing 8 to 17, with the attack power being at 135. Which improves your average from 12, or 8 to 17. That improves it from 12 to 12.5 average.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, you know, every little point helps, but, you know, right now, like I said, I like Stag's play here. Get that next level and see what we're gonna look at. Yeah, Varchild from terrible to bad. So, you know.
Yeah, in fact, both players just took, and look at this, Stags is going for another Blue Dragon. I just mentioned that Smashy and Stags had simultaneous Blue Dragon kills, and Blue Dragons, ooh, they have DL2 breath. But nonetheless, Stags takes them down, which is good for 180!
It's over 180! Had to use the Vegeta there, but so Smashy not even hitting the treasury. He's just going past it. He's going to go look at that spike tile.
Yeah, he might just grind on it before making the re-dive again. But right now, Stags at level 14. He wants level 15. And if it's good enough, he'll probably make the move right then and there. And what do we have on the spike tile? There it is. The Fun Police makes its first appearance. You know, I didn't get a chance to say that, but I was making the call that we're going to see a red dragon here. And what do you know? There it is.
Yeah, and so far, looks like we got Chomp more going on. Doesn't look like he's going to even attempt to throw any crazy spells or anything. So, Smashy getting past that dragon. He's going to grind on that red dragon then and just go for it, man. Stags, on the other hand, again, he's got to get back in there and get that grind going because 255 versus 174, that's going to be a super quick catch-up for Smashy if it's where it is. But he's going to have to dive again.
Now,
so, still advantage Stags.
Wait just a minute. Maybe he does not know where Sharlock is. I don't know, though.
Oh, no.
Maybe he doesn't know where it is.
Oh man, that's rough, and I would hope he would, but hey, he's hitting the rappel, so he's going to go for super exploration here. He's got right next to the castle, so he's either just trying to retrace his steps, or he's still trying to see where it's at.
It's hard to picture at this point, but he must be trying to find a shield, and he's finding no shields. And yeah, this is definitely a time sink for Stags. This is the beauty about this race. It looks like it was going to be one player winning, and then all of a sudden, you see something you didn't expect. You look at that experience count. We're back to being even yet again.
Oh yeah, and it's just one thing can change the entire outlook of a race, and this is right now exactly where it is. And Stags going in here, going to find out the sad news again that no shield here either. You got to get to Cantlin to get that small shield. That's
the only place. It's hard to believe. Shields have been at a premium in tonight's race. You just never see that.
And Beta bringing up the point, 4 defense is really not worth it, especially when you are losing that grind time. I mean, I understand the looking for a large shield, but man, that's where you just kind of need to make mental notes of shields are non-existent in any of these shops.
Absolutely, and you hate to see it because, this has been quite a race, but there's level 15 for Smashy, 3 power, 5 speed, no HP, to 25 MP.
That just made this go.
Oh, absolutely. Level 15, if Stags just would have kept leveling up to 15, he could have been ready to go. Now, it's still not over. He's not that far away from 7,500. When he sees that level up, he'll probably think the same thing, and that's the intentional death for Smashy. I think Smashy's back in the lead again.
Yeah, Smashy's got the lead by about 500, but he just got sent home by the Red Dragon. It's dive time now, and that's exactly... It was either... I think that's what he was doing, was just taking that Death Warp. And there goes Stags. I think he's going to try and get that level on the way down, but he's going to find out that huge MP boost is going to send him back out.
Oh, yeah. This is neck and neck, but yeah, if Stags just decides to level up, and all he needs to do is take down the Red Dragon, that's 255. That's going to get him to level 15, so... Stags might even be in the lead. This is so close.
And there is a good point from Brian Williams there. No outside, or sorry, that was Mike. I apologize, Mike. No outside, so he did take the Death Warp on purpose.
That's right. There is no outside. There is no outside. So when that is crazy. There is no outside.
All right,
it's at level 16.
Levels. Yeah, so let's see what he does if he decides let's just take it back and go get it, or if we're going to make just the dive now.
Well, he's weighing his options. If he knew what the situation was, he'd go for it right now. And yeah, he's going for it. Yeah, and look at this. Smashy is right behind, who's already made the dive. He has the knowledge. It's going to come down to Sharlock luck. Oh, this is anybody's game. Hold on to your hats, folks. We got a barn burner.
Yeah, and it's, the questions in chat is why not go back? It's 27 MP. I get it, and it is what it is. But you also have to look at where do you feel like you're at. That's 3, and again, 3 heart heal wars is a very it's a good point, guys. I get it.
And Stag's running into a lot of blue dragons here. Smashy having a little bit of Blue Dragon problems himself. Stags takes it down rather than try to run away and gets another 180 points. Using an herb. Does not want to use his resources. Another Blue Dragon for Stags. And he's going to attack.
He's not wasting that MP. He's going to try and grind up a little bit, but Smashy is right on his tail. So this is going to be craziness. And I believe William Dafoe said it best when he said, "There was a firefight!"
My goodness gracious. Now, because of the death that Smashy took, he's got more MP than Stags does, because even though you get the MP boost, it just doesn't boost your stats right away.
No, not at all. But Beta Strep brings up the good point. You've got 76 agility, just run away, and it's a much better chance that with those blue dragons, and it seems to be all these guys are running into at this point. Just run.
Yeah, but Stags, the way this is going, he might get to level 16. And another blue dragon! It's nothing but the sheriff's deputies in town here.
Yeah, and we all know that the sheriff is sitting on that, he's sitting on that tile, so this makes this even more interesting because Stags still hasn't seen it, but Smashy knows it's there.
Yeah, Smashy is back in the lead again just because Smashy's running away, whereas Stags is just attacking, and there's a dodge!
Man, that's rough to see. Yeah, I would definitely at this point just be taken off. But yeah, Beta's bringing up the point. Why are you fighting, man? You've got this. Just go.
Well, and unless Smashy makes a mistake, it's going to cost Stags this race.
Oh yeah, and I think Stags is just one level ahead, but Smashy is getting that super nice RNG luck going on here.
Yeah, it's nothing but blue dragons upon blue dragons upon blue dragons, and it's just absolutely crazy with what we have seen. And now Stags has seen the DL2 breath. It must be 25% because he's not really seen it much.
No, this is insane. Even with Stags fighting, though, he's still just a little bit ahead. But these guys are dark walking around like it's nobody's business. I'm not that talented. I couldn't do it. I have to have at least a torch. But these guys are just getting after it.
And it's just, that's the experience showing right there. And when Stag's running into an armored knight. And right now he is about 1,113 points away from level 16. But the problem is, look at this! Smashy is the first to the basement, and he's going to have the first crack at the Dragon Lord. So, right now, looking at these numbers, I think barring some kind of catastrophe or a bad input, Smashy's winning this.
Yep, and here comes Stags, hot on his tail a little bit, but now he's finally starting to get a little bit of luck, and I'm wrong. Smashy was completely ahead by a full screen or two. But now Stags is, he's still just fighting. I get trying to go for the level, but, you are right there in go stats, and you didn't go back for the heal. Just go for it, man.
Yeah, it's 9 to 18. You look at that number, you can do 9 to 18 damage. That's 13 and a half. You have plenty of heal mores, or at least on Smashy's side, you have plenty of heal mores. So yeah, Smashy, unless he gets some of the worst rolls in the world, is not losing this fight.
No, I don't think so. Smashy is he is a really good racer. I think he's got this in the bag. He just needs to get there and hope that the Red Dragon doesn't do anything crazy. We didn't see anything, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't have anything up his sleeve.
Right. Now, Smashy does run into an AK-47. It's going to slow him down a little bit, and he's going to have to use a heal more here. He can't take a chance here. Yeah, that was close.
He has it to burn, so it's not too bad for him. He still has quite a bit in the tank here.
15 to be exact.
Man.
Now, right now, Stags just really struggling to get out of Sherlock. And there's the Red Dragon again. Must take it down. There's another blue dragon there. Stags is 509 away. That's 2 more blue dragons after this.
Yeah, and DK noting it's inexperience and not trusting the numbers. And, after the race last night and watching some of those, knowing that feeling, it's just inexperience. And unfortunately, it is going to cost him.
Yeah, and, he's right there, too. Smashy getting a lot of encounters late here. Stag's going to take down the wizard. They've got stop spell, not going to affect them. Smashy's now at the DL fight. Between 75 and 100 HP in the first form. He's looking for stop spells. Ooh, he gets back attacked and uses like a hurt more, so he's going to lose 28. So not the best of start for Smashy. Another hurt more, so 28, 54. There's a stop spell, Hype.
Yeah, there we go. That's what he's needing, is that stop spell to finally hit. He got it, but that back attack just, ugh.
Tried to use the herb to get some of it back. Uses hurt more, so let's see what happens as Smashy starts the fight. 113 MP, that's 14. Starting off with a 9. Doubles are going to be very unlikely with this defense.
Yeah, it's super unlikely and just not really what you're going to see. And of course, Angel throwing out promises of annoying Beta. Why would you do that, man? He's such a nice guy.
That's 21 for Smashy. Next one is 9. That's 30. So the rolls have been low. In fact, 2 minimums so far.
Yeah, so Stag's getting there. I don't know if he's going to make it in there in time. But again, Smashy here is just cranking away at these shots, taking what he can get. And the Dragon Lord is just not holding back. He's not giving any kind of low rolls. There's a better roll,
57. Stags, by the way, did hit level 16.
Not a very impressive level either. It's just, that hurts to see.
Up to 69. Again, 150 to 165 is the target. And there's 14 more for 83. So now starting to get some good rolls here is Smashy.
Yeah,
Stags is right there too. Next one for 12. That is good for 95.
I mean, we're seeing it here, man. This is where experience does come in handy.
Ooh, big roll, 17.
Trust, here we go with those bigger rolls.
That's 112 now for Smashy. Next one for 14. That's 126. He's virtually guaranteed now.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, he's still got quite the tank of heal mores. He's got this fight in his hands. And Stag's getting a couple of shots in here, getting dropped down to 69 HP. He's going to have to burn an herb or a heal more here. I think he thinks he's behind, so he's just going to make this shot.
156. Next attack is guaranteed, but he's not taking a chance just in case his numbers are wrong. But this attack is going to do it no matter what. Down goes Dragon Lord, and Smashy, in a back-and-forth seesaw affair, is going to come out on top just over the 1 hour mark.
That's amazing. Just in an hour. Get those GGs in the chats, guys. We have our winner here with Smashy, and we'll have his official race time GG time here in just a moment.
And you got to feel for Stags. I mean, Stags had the exploration advantage and the good grind spot that enabled him to take a lead on Smashy, but his doing him in was just attacking everything in Sharlock. If he just tries to run away, with the resources he has, he wins this race.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he went down there with plenty of heal mores to be able to try to take this down. He's going to come up short here, even with the 140 attack. It's just not, I don't think he's going to have it.
Yeah, it's going to be 10 to 20 for each strike. And again, plenty of resources at this point. There's a min roll.
Yeah, and there's our official race.gg time of 101.18 for Smashy, who is our winner this evening.
Absolutely. Stags28, a rookie taking down one of the big-time veterans, in the nightlies, in the weeklies, or whatever, who's always been amongst the tops in the field, had a chance to pull off the upset, but and the inexperience just might have been showing there for Stags, but he definitely has the ability to hang around in this tournament. Meanwhile, we do have our winner, Smashy, here in the commentator's booth with us. GG, congratulations. I must say, this was a back-and-forth affair between the two of you all night. But the one deciding factor that gave you the edge was making the dive to Sharlock first. Once you saw level 15, you knew that was enough resources to make that dive. Stags decided just to attack everything in Sharlock at his first dive, and that cost him enough time to end up falling in this race by about 2 minutes.
So just to throw it out there, Stags, with the resources he had, did finish that fight and did not end up getting sent home, so we'll have his time here in just a second. And yeah, great race there, Smashy, right there at the end. Good, let me turn it over to you. Sorry.
Yeah, that was a weird end game because I'm pretty sure we had the stats to win on 13 if we got down there with everything. But the problem was if we get down there with everything.
And we just showed the statistics on DL2, 163 out of 165. So he was strong for this one, Smashy.
So Smashy,
but he wasn't the problem. The problem was a bunch of armor knights draining your resources. That's why I took all those extra levels.
You bet. And the thing that really stopped Stags was he kept running into Blue Dragon after Blue Dragon, and instead of trying to run away, he opted to attack them to save on the resources there, and that ended up giving you the opportunity, Smashy, to sneak in the back door and take this race. And we do have Stags here in the commentators booth with us. GG, you put up a valiant fight tonight. Back and forth the two went. I mean, it was never a runaway at any point in this match. The lead kept changing hands several times throughout. You were the first one to make, the dive that was going to win you the race, but you made a decision of attacking Blue Dragons rather than try to run away from them and preserving your resources. What led you to make that kind of decision in Charlotte there, Stags?
First off, GG Smashy. That was a great race. Very, very nicely done.
Yeah, it was just so weird at the end because I did a dive at 14 and I hit Armor Knights almost immediately on the second zone, and I decided right then and there I'm going to start punching out whatever comes at me. And then I saw Armor Knights on the bottom floor. I'm like, oh boy, I'm just going to get the level. I don't know how Stags played. I don't know if he decided to just sit on a grind spot to 15 or what, but...
No, to answer your question, I knew that I was starting at 14, I think, and I knew that I was close to getting to 15. I saw the big MP boost, and I just figured, I don't think I have quite enough. If I can just dive grind to 16, then everything will be ready to go. And I think the biggest thing for me was never really finding a shield and spending a minute or two looking for one.
Would you guys like to know a story about shields today? I mean, I think you guys have already figured out the puzzle. Caitlin had a small shield. That was it. No large shields. You had a few places that had silver shields, but there was no gold grind to be had. But Caitlin had a small shield. No other places had shields except for silver shields. Shields were at no premium.
I saw that small shield and passed on it thinking, I'm sure there'll be a large around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I passed on it as well because of I think it was because of gold concerns. And then I went back later to look for it, and I think the first time I walked into thinking it was Caitlin was Rimbledar, and I just like, okay, I'm not wasting any more time. It's just 4 defensive power. It's not a large shield.
Yeah, Beta Struck was making a good point there, Stags, that it would have been maybe faster to just walk out after getting the level up, go to the inn, get your MP back, then make the dive. Because I think had you maybe done that, because Smashy had a few encounter problems, sprinkled through that dive. Had you maybe done that, you might have pulled this race out. It would have been really, really close. But
don't get me started on that first basement floor on the second dive.
Right, that was a nightmare. I mean, the dive was a nightmare for both of you. But I'll tell you what, Stags. I mean, the skills are definitely there for you. I mean, there is no question about it. I mean, your exploration, Smash's exploration was good throughout. I mean, look at the death counts. I mean, 11 deaths between the two of you. That doesn't happen in Dragon Warrior Randomizer.
It was a super quick start. That metal slime really got me just a little quick punch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, close race between the two of you. I mean, Stags, you're going to be one to watch out for in the bracket stages. I have no doubt about it. I mean, maybe it is, the fact that it is your first tournament, But you know what? I think you're going to make a lot of noise. I mean, we all know
Thank
about.
you.
We all know about Smashy. You know how much experience he's had. He's been around the block for quite a long time. But Stags, you're going to be one to look out for sure.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
So
I was nervous as all heck coming into this one, knowing who I was playing against. So
I mean, you hung in with Smash, and again, Smash, as I had mentioned, one of the ones that are always near or at the top of the nightly races. So I mean, to keep up with someone like Smash, I mean, you should be proud of yourself. You put up a good fight tonight.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say real quick, I actually do not question him punching blue dragons, because the first time I went down, they were using a lot of stop spells, so I can totally see the thinking, oh, I'm going to punch these things and hopefully they'll just do stop spell and I get a free 180.
But then you had the nice surprise that they had DL2 breath, and that kind of put a little bit of a damper on everything. And as you can see...
yeah, it's a gamble, but, well...
Well, 50% DL... Didn't feel like 50% DL2 breath. It felt like a 25%er to me, but there you go.
It felt like a ton.
So here's going to be my question to both racers, because you both at some point kind of did the same thing. Stags, you first went over to Hawksness, started grinding that Stone Man, while Smashy was in the Spike Tile in Swamp Cave dealing with the Armored Knights. And then you both kind of switched. Was that due to the Stone Men having the heal more for 25%?
Yeah, it just seemed really, really, really inefficient. And I just figured that getting back into the swamp for the Armored Knights was the right play.
Okay, so on my end, it was mostly just trying to be really convenient. Like, the Stones of Sunlight was my go mode item, so I thought, and I knew the swamp was beneath Garenham, so it's just like, I'm just going to dip down here and gain some levels real quick, and then I ran out of MPs, so my thought process there was, okay, I'm just going to go to the jerk, and I'm going to just, because I hate trying to navigate Dark Swamp from the south entrance. That's the one cave that still gets me, so I'm thinking, because I hadn't actually seen the heal more yet. I'd only fought one Stoneman, so I'm thinking, okay, let's just dip into Hawksness, fight the Stoneman. It's going to hit me with a few hurts, so that'll help. And then, first Stoneman I see, it casts heal more, and I just am level 14 at that point. I'm just like, nope. I'm going to try a win.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take a look at the playback on this, because I would guess that I got my armor, I want to say, at about the 40-minute mark.
Yeah, that was the one place that you were missing was coal. Smashy had got it just quite a bit before you did, and then you managed to find it, grab that armor, and then for both of you, it was just super grind, super go. And you guys, again, that lead, I don't know how many times. I came in late on the commentary piece just due to some constraints IRL, but I witnessed several lead changes within the time I was here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, because this was a pretty generous overworld given how rapidly we gained strength. Like, I think just about anything that we encountered was going to die in 2 hits, except for the occasional blue dragon and armor knight. So it's just like boop boop, gain experience, and it was a good chunk of experience.
Yeah, I think I was in Hawk's Nest before I even saw Rimalder. I just got the sword really, really quickly. Got into the basement quickly from keys from the top of the grave, and just did that.
Yeah, I think we both ground in that lower. It sounds like we both ground in the lower mountain, upper grave zone, because that was a pretty juicy zone.
Yeah, I got a couple levels along that way.
All right, so here comes the next question. Smashy, you have moved on to 2-0. And you know and have been seeing these races and know who's in that those top tier lists of 2-0. How are you feeling about your chances going into this next week?
I mean, feels like I've been running pretty well so far. So hopefully I can keep it up. Felt like I did really well this race, except for maybe some missteps before going to start diving Charlock. Like, I know I had a misstep where I went looking for that small shield and never found it, and then wasted time with the Stone Man. But other than that, just feels like I've been running real good, clean races. So hopefully I can keep that up and keep going towards that 5-0 dream.
Yeah, and that's what I've noticed with a lot of the races I've been watching of yours. Stags, now here we go. We had this discussion last night about the possibility of the 1-1 bracket and you and I both being there, and we are. So you and I might get to see that match we were asking. But going in 1-1, knowing the pool that's there, how do you feel about going into next week?
I'm similarly nervous. There are some amazing runners in the 1-1 bracket. The entire tournament is full of incredible players, though. So, even if you don't, you don't end up catching one of the old guard, you're gonna find a just as formidable opponent.
As my wonderful commentator from last night, Lavkin, likes to call us, the journeyman runners. And watching your race here, man, I echo exactly what LOZ says. You have a lot of talent, and it's the inexperience showing. But I'm telling you, you're going to be one to watch here, and anybody who's even in the top tier is going to need to be very careful running against you, because again, this is the piece of the randomizer that is just there. It's anybody's race at any time, and you are definitely capitalizing on a lot of bits and pieces. I'm guessing from rewatching VODs, learning from mistakes, and just picking up those small pieces. So I'm definitely going to be watching you with a very keen eye.
Yep. Thank you very much.
So I think, last question, this one goes to both of you guys. With the shield grind being just non-existent, and then a gold grind not being existent, what were your thoughts with 68 and 70 defense, and you picking up that level 16 with 68 defense going in, knowing that you can't near swing at the levels that you normally would of 50, at 50 taking the full swing? What was the thoughts there, going with such low defense?
Yeah, that's why I went for that extra level, so I could get those extra resources and add a 48, and that was a no contest heal more there to be able to heal more safely on those borderlines. Because I knew in the back of I don't think Dragon Lord ever swung for as high as he potentially could have, but what was his max hit on me? Like 54 or something ridiculous?
Well, while doing the math here, 86 is 48. So 82 would be 49, 78 would be 50, 74 would be 51, 52, 53.
Yeah, I knew his maximum swing was going to be way up there, so yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to make absolutely sure I had enough resources, because I knew any borderline swings are going to be extra borderline, because Dragon Lord actually had that buffer to kill you on a 48 or a 49. Like, usually, if I'm at, high defense and I get a borderline 40 and I need to swing on 48, I feel a lot more comfortable, because it's going to be quite rare that you take the death there, but not so much with the slow defense.
It's a double-edged sword also. I see you ended up at 117 HP and I was at 122. If you take that extra swing at 50 and you survive, he breathes DL2, you're going to be doing your heal more down in the single digits, and you're not even going to make it to 100 on a refresh. And then he swings, and then you're going to be in that exact same situation again. But if you do the heal more at that point, you're at 122, and you definitely are going to get a hit on your next turn and not have that gamble. I just try to minimize the number of times I gamble the hero's life.
Yep, fantastic thoughts. And I guess last question that I have for both of you is, any changes going into next week? as far as seeds or anything like that? Or are you guys gonna stick to the same thing?
I plan to stick to the same thing. I generally like throwing out the notion of permanent torch, just because I think it's easier for the viewer. But some people like that advantage of being able to bonk dive, so I get it.
Well, I was thinking of throwing out scared metals, which would not have mattered in the seed, but I think that might be a thing going forward. But other than that, just standard for me.
Yeah, I think my very first enemy kill was a metal slime in Mountain.
Oh, yeah, it was.
So I just started right away at 32.
Yep,
experience.
that's correct. That is correct.
All right. Well, I've got no questions left. I hand it back over to Cards Fan. Cards, you got anything else for these guys?
Nope, I think you've covered all the bases there. So, GG to the both of you. A fantastic race. Definitely watch it back because, again, it was back and forth. The lead changed, I don't know how many times, but it was a very thrilling race. And definitely we'll see the both of you into the bracket stages if you guys keep this gameplay up.
Yeah, thank you. And GG again, Smashy. That was really awesome.
GG, sounds like it was a good race. I will be watching it.
I'll try not to scream while I'm searching for shields.
All right. So with that is going to wrap up tonight's race here on RPG Limit Break. But it looks like we do have some other races. Looks like in progress. We've got Commander Leonhardt and Yakko Wacko 20. That is on Randomania 2. Coming up at 10 p.m. my time, which is 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, on Randomania 3 or Randomania 1, depending on what's going on with another race. Arn Poly versus Value V, trying to get their first win of the Swiss rounds. And we have a couple of races tomorrow as well. In fact, we have a matinee at noon Eastern. High Spirits. Gee, who is this High Spirits dude, huh?
I have no clue.
Taking on Aaron 2U2, both looking for their second win. That's going to be on RPG Limit Break right here, noon Eastern. And at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, Starman versus the Tesla. And then a very intriguing matchup coming up at 11 p.m. Eastern, Angel FM versus the Zelda Randomizer, Super Mario 3 Randomizer creator himself, Fred Coughlin. So very exciting races coming up on the docket for tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, and all these races are just, as I can't repeat Stags more than enough. Any of these racers are just a valid threat at any given time. So I think all these races are going to be super amazing tomorrow. Definitely catch those races, and again, we'll see you guys again here before too long back here on RPG Limit Break for more racing. Definitely give both of these racers a follow. They put on one heck of a race for you guys tonight, and that is one thing that is absolutely certain.
No doubt about it. So for everybody here on RPG Limit Break, for my commentator partner, Edge Talvaron, for our restreamer High Spirits, our tracker SH Mike, for our two runners Smashy and Stags28, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Have a great evening. We will see you again tomorrow night for more exciting Dragon Warrior Randomizer. So long, everybody.